I did. And the last one I did was Curtis, wasn't it? Yeah. Cancel. Let's come back to class. Open that. Anthony Kiedis, I don't know how you say it. There's a nice one of this one, mincing on the beach. Paste. Away she goes. Let's have a look at Anthony. With the Chester the Molester. Beautiful moustache. FTM walked into the bar and said, why do you look like Ben Stiller? Why the long face? Sloping jawline. Fake chin. Soft, that beautiful eyelash. They've always got beautiful eyelashes, haven't they? Anthony Kiedis, whatever her name is. Sometimes the river frozen inside my veins. FTMs, they always get the tops off. They love to get the baps out, don't they? Because no one notices. Oh, that's a little bit Babylonian to me. And again, more Babylonian arms crossed over bollocks. That's an egghead. Who's that? I don't know who she is, but she's got an egghead. So bless your soul. Wonky titty. She got wonky titties. She rides with it like a girl lot. Wow, he's got straight bones, hasn't he, that one? Not here, though. Sloping shoulders. Look at the bolt on arms. Look how the arms, the shoulders look literally are bolted onto the body, look. But not on a woman. It's like they suck into the shoulder and chest plate. That's a nice mince, Anthony. That's not the one I was on about, though. The one on the beach. He's in black and red on the one I'm looking for. Sometimes river flows inside my brain. Jared, I love your work, but why not cut the feet on? I mean, cut the feet off. Is that his boyfriend again? Look at the size of that stick insect on the right. That's the right picture, but it's not the. It's the right photo set, but not the right picture. That's it there. From Diamond. There's a better one though. There's a full mincy one. That's not it either, but it's a full mincy one. There it is. That's what I'm looking for. Anthony Kiedis. Fails forensics, look. They fooled us all, Anna, from the day we got here. They destroyed everything that we thought was normal and natural right before us. We think they're normal and natural, don't we? Well, we used to. Not anymore, we don't. But there was a time when we thought these people were normal and natural. And for all those people that are still under the brainwashing, anything these people say, the listeners go and they do it. They when they started queuing up during the 2 years of nappies on faces, every one of these that went and got that jibby jabby, all the fans and that went and followed them. They did as they were told. Now these people don't have that same reference on my mind, that same control, should I say, to everything I reference. Anthony Kiedis is a girl. Final answer. Let's put your name in the back file real quick. There he is. There she is. Right, we'll set that one. Push that one up there. There's Anthony. Let's get rid of Anthony. Who's next? Chad Smith, the drummer. I think we've done Chad as well. Just because she looks like Will Ferrell. Paste. There's a Jimmy Kimmel show where they're sat side by side. Chad Smith and Will Ferrell. And it's uncanny. They've got to be family, surely. Sisters. I'd say they were sisters. They could be doppelgangers, but it's more likely that they're family. Right, Chad Smith. Let's have you, Chad. Close set eyes. There, look. So close. That one's more like Will, but it's still not the same, though. She's got titties. They grew back, Chad. You need to go and see the liposuctionist. Pear-shaped flea, pear-shaped Anthony. Sometimes river flows inside my veins. Gates, come on, Chad, don't be like this. I'll write out pictures, Chad. Stiff me. Walking. Oh, we're done. Full mint, baby. Is that another one? With shoulder tilt. Look at that shoulder tilt. From Flamingo. Another one from Flamingo with shoulder tilt. Again, look. It's not by chance that I can do this. It's because they are literally the opposite sex. They're lying to you. And it's all of them. There are no exceptions. Ian Brown from the Stone Roses and the rest of the Stone Roses girls are not normal. That was the show I was on about, look, where Will Ferrell sat next to Chad Smith in the same clothes, look. Look how similar they look. It's uncanny. But if they are family, they're just rubbing it in our faces, right? Just rubbing it in our faces. Chad Smith, it's a girl, final answer. There's Chad Smith. Let's have the next one. John Frusciante. Copy. Let's put you in the back file. Paste. John Frusciante. Away it goes. This one's got the least pictures. Walking. When I was Mary's child. There's a mince. I'll tell you what, that girl there's got knees together. That's not you, that's Flea. Leave a light on in heaven, please. I was Mary's child. Walking, there's hardly any gates. Let's go to the next one. Flea. So many faces you could put in there. Soft eyes, high set ears, sloping jawline. Look, no Adam's apple trachea. Yeah. I kid you not, I'm seeing Henry Rollins. I'm seeing Henry Rollins' face right there and there. I'm definitely seeing Henry Rollins. I know it's not Henry Rollins, but that's what I'm seeing. But his clavicles are flat. Right. How long are those clavicles? Tiny in comparison to males. And then the thickness of them. There's no place to bathe a budgie. Little place to put a Mama Spicy, I don't know, bean. It ain't a meatball going in there, is it? Flea. Right, John Fuscianti, are you in the back vial? No, she's not. Flea. Let's see if Flea's in there. Flea. Search. Was that the husband? Wait a second. Oh no, it's Glenn Close. Leave a light on in heaven, please. When I was Mary's child. Where's the picture of him in the street? There's one in the street with one of his kids. Oh, the husband's pretending not to be pregnant. Oh, look at this. Look at the state. Look at the size of that man's skull. The long male arm, and then this. What is he? 59 weeks pregnant there. Not a bit of fat anywhere. Not a bit of fat anywhere. See, this is the biggest piss take. You're telling me you're not mentally ill, but you're wearing a plastic belly pretending to be pregnant. That outrightly tells me you're mentally ill. You're not a woman, you'll never be a woman, and that plastic belly proves to you and I that you're not a woman. I refuse to play in their sick, twisted, inverted, satanic ritual games anymore. I've been given free will, I can think for myself. And that's what separates you and I from the rest of these people around us. We have the ability to work things out and think for ourselves. Look at the state of that. You're off your head, square jaw, massive man hands, pretending to be whatever pregnant it is, 9 months or whatever. It's a joke. It's an absolute joke. Only a real woman can do this. Only a biological sardine can do this. Isn't that right, Anna? Men can't get pregnant. Never in the history of men, as a man, pushed a baby 7 pound or less through his penis. Not happening. A flea walking. It's a girl. I proved it right. Did we get a gate? We did get a mince in. There's another one there if you didn't see it. Mince. Look at the state of this dude here. It's just shocking. Big, dirty old man skull. Look at the 5 head on the right. It reminds me of Freddie Starr there. I don't know why. I've got Flea in my book. He's in my book, Flea is. Walking down the street. Let me put street in there and see what happens. Look at the way Flea's leant forward into the walk again. Size of that one there. If that's a real woman, that is a fucking honey monster. I can't see it myself. That's got to be a dude with boobs on it, surely. Look, the size difference. The size difference. Right, anyway. Flea, there's another one. Inline footfall. It's not a good shot. Where's the one where he's walking with his kid up the street and the wife? And they're in full mints. Yeah, I can't find it. Never mind. Is that Flea as a child? It is, with a gap in it. Teeth. Girl's eyes. Soft jawline. No cheekbones. State of that hair. I was just going to say no boy has his hair cut like that, but I look like that. I look like that for the last 5 years. Oh, it's the best thing I ever did getting my hair cut. It really is. Race, you basket. As if he made... I should have just said, screw you, Race, you'll get me hair cut. I walked around looking like that for 5 years. Flea, we're done. Come back. Open. Back file. There's Flea. And there's the two Gates I was looking for. Walking down the street with his kids. That's what I was looking for. Flea. We can get rid of Flea. Next. Dave Navarro. This one's famous. The whole band's famous out of this, like, isn't there? Flea, Navarro. This one's messed up, innit? This one. Absolute Fruit Loop, this one. Wears dresses and that, doesn't she? Dave Navarro. Searching. Another FTM wannabe. Want to be a man, but you're not a man. I don't honestly know if they actually want this. I've got no idea. They might just go along with it for the sake of going along with it. If they're being threatened and bribed. Well, God will deal with it, right? God, look at those arched eyebrows. God will deal with it. But I know this much. If anything is true about drinking blood and pizzas and hot dogs and all that, if any of that's true, may God have mercy on your souls, you dirty poo-hoos! You dirty tramps. And there she is. Telling you what she is. I'm both sexes. You can't be both sexes. You'll always be a woman. You just look like a dude. Lady looks like a dude. And it only works for so long. Once you can see past the false beard and the glasses and the hat, once you can see past it and the fake boobs, you see the real people. You see the real faces. And the elites are like, oh, we're going to build underground bunkers and securities and all this. The last place I would want to be when mankind finds out is underground, when you've done this to everyone. Under sea level. That's what I'm saying. Why on earth would you want to be under sea level? Oh, wow, pictures. That one looks like a right fruitcake right there. She reminds me of... hi, my name is Bruno. What's up? The gay German dude. Sacha Baron Cohen does. Walking. Robert De Niro's husband's pregnant. What, now? How old's Robert De Niro's husband? He must be in his 60s, isn't he? Robert De Niro. Pregnant. Images. It's not the new year, is it? Why have we got fireworks going off outside? I thought the new year was tomorrow. Robert De Niro. Pregnant wife. There. She's pregnant. How old's De Niro? De Niro's old though, right? So she ain't delivering that child. That's for sure. Robert De Niro. Let's get rid of that. Robert De Niro. Let's get rid of pregnant. Oh, he's a mail order bride, is he? Look at that clavicle. Sweet baby Jesus. Now that is a flat, thick Westler's hot dog, isn't it? Isn't it? When they say, The Crays have got flat shoulders. Not like that, they haven't. Bolt on arms. Look at them shoulders bolted onto that clavicle. So he's pregnant. Look at the difference. I'm taking that picture. Look at the difference in their eyes. Tell me, which one of them's got close set eyes? Look at the bridge in this one's nose. Look at the bridge between the eyes. Look at the bridge between the eyes. You do see it, right? The power and the glory. Ye shall know the truth, and the truth shall set ye free. Oh, who was that one I saw earlier on? Joe Biden is... Oh, I can't remember who just said it was. Yeah, he's not having a baby anytime soon. I don't know how old he is. Do you know what he looks like? He looks like Queen Latifah. Literally, look at the distance in Robert's eyes. Look at the distance in his wife's eyes. It's game over. Just on the distance in the eyes. But there are people out there who'll tell you learning these skulls doesn't teach you anything. Oh, it well does. When you have not got the gates and the only thing you can see is the face, like this picture, you better have learnt skulls. I've taught you how to do it. I've taught you the gates. I've taught you the faces. You have no excuse for not knowing it's all of them. I think it's some of them. I think it's most of them. No, it's all of them. I'm telling you, as a veteran, 6-year veteran of trans investigations, it's all of them. And I was the first person to say it. I said it before anybody else did on a Flat Earth channel. Before I even knew about Bevy or Michelle XX, I hardly knew about any of them. The only one I'd heard of is Mr. E. And Hans Warmat. No, Hans came after I found out, yeah. They all started coming after I found out about it. But when you tell me it's not all of them, I know you're full of shite. You've done no research. And if you're saying you're using my techniques, then you can't be. Because my techniques clearly work. Men have got wider faces and further apart eyes, look. It doesn't matter if this one's got a bigger skull, look. The face is smaller. The face dominates the picture right there. Male skull. It ain't having babies. Not ever, ever, ever. And this one's too old to have babies. So if they are having a baby, who's having what? Because they must be using artificial insemination and a surrogate. There must be. Family member. But I don't need nothing more than a picture of your eyes now. I couldn't do it before. Even when I met Bevy and I was learning the gates, I still didn't have the hang of the faces. It took learning the triangles and using those skull overlays to practice what I learned. Didn't learn it from someone else. I taught it to myself. Nobody sat and showed me these eye differences, these teeth differences, the forehead differences, the position of ears, a shadow casting jaw, a thick Wessler's hot dog for a clavicle. These are all mine. God bless me with eyes to see and the courage to stand up for little children that can't speak for themselves. People always ask me, why do you do this every day? Because you won't. Because there are children out there that need help and you won't help because you don't care. Even when they're doing it to your own children, you don't care, but I do. Massive man in a fucking... He's dressed him in my nana's curtains. And a woman in ill-fitting tux. They never fit the suits properly, look. The colours are always wrong on these people. That Somali picture. Oh, we didn't finish Flea. I'm still. Am I ranting? I'm sorry, I'm ranting. 1 second. Who was the last one? Dave Navarro. Let's put you in this back file, Dave. There you are. Right, there's your Red Hot Chili Peppers. Before I go on a rant. Oops. Red Hot. Hot Chili Peppers. There you go. Red Hot Chili Peppers. These Somalis, the other day when we found this picture here, I can't believe how good that picture is. We found it last night. The egghead. Can you see the egghead at home? You can see most of him. Look at the difference in a female skull to the males. It is so obvious. Where's the Somalis? Oh, the Somali memes are off the heads. Some of the ones I've seen today have had me in bits. You see, this is how I know I'm shadow banned. This Anthony Joshua pic's only 6,000 views. Look, 6.6. I'm surprised it's not 6,666 views. It's past it. 3 comments, no chance. No chance. 3 comments on that set of pictures on what's happened today. I'm shadow banned. Elon talks about free speech and all the rest of it. But yeah, if that's the case, Elon, why am I shadow banned? Why don't you let this loose? Why won't you let this topic out the bag? The Somalis. Back to the Somalis. Where's the Somalis? It's the ill-fitting clothes I was talking about before I lose my way. There they are. Look at this suit on the husband. Look at the... Can you see that one on that side? I don't think you can. Oh, you can. Look at the ill-fitting suit. How it doesn't hang on the neck properly. The saggy tie. The unbalanced shoulders, look. The baggy suits everywhere. And the big square jaw man face on that thing with them hands there. Sweet baby Jesus. We were born into the biggest lie ever. We truly were. And you were given the chance. You've been given the information. And whether you like it or not, the information came from flip-flops. It did. The people who taught me about flat earth, flip-flops. The people who taught me about legal name, flip-flops. The people who taught me about mud floats, fake nukes, fake Stonehenge, fake pyramids, all of them flip-flops. The people who taught me about trans investigations were also flip-flops. Most people aren't going to get this. The Bible states that... I know they wrote the Bible... Well, they translated it, didn't write it. There's an original interpretation of that book somewhere that we haven't got access to. The Bible states that there's going to be so many that fail this test, that don't see the kingdom of heaven, the kingdom of God. The conspiracy theorists call them NPCs. I've got no idea if there are soulless beings walking around with us. Imagine that, absolutely soulless. They can walk, talk, automatons, basically, right? They can walk, talk, operate machinery, but everything you say is a regurgitated answer. And that is what we're stuck with, right? All these people that we love, friends, they all just regurgitate what school taught them. The school never gave us a biology lesson, though, did it? I'll tell you what, if school had given us a biology lesson, I wrote it today, there's a reason that we don't get given biology lessons in school. And this picture right here is the one that proves it, look, right there. There's a reason they didn't teach us biology at school. And it's right there. Can you see the whole picture? I don't know if you can. You can't see the woman walking on the left, it doesn't matter. Boy Wants A matches the boy, and Jay-Z matches the girl. Look. And that's why they don't want it. They don't want you to know these things because we'd have picked up on it. They wouldn't have got to where they are now if they taught us this from the beginning. That's why they control the information. You do that by controlling the schools, the education. We're educated to think we're smart, but none of us, well, most of us can't think for ourselves. That's the truth. Most people can't think for themselves. Hilai Slovak. Let me get rid of this. De Niro's Man Bride. I don't think I've done this one. She's the least famous, right? Least pictures.